Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson here from the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, American Jewish University. You know, for the longest time, Western thought has been dominated by the idea that we are separate identities, that we bang into each other on the outside, but each of us are really separate. We have some essence that's uniquely ours, unconnected to everyone else. And that thought, surprisingly, however natural it may feel to Western people, is actually the minority in terms of the way people see the world across time, across cultures. Most civilizations understand that it's somewhat delusional to define ourselves as separate from the world around us because at every level we're always interacting with the rest of the world. Our identities are shaped and molded by the identities of everyone and everything we come into contact with. And nowhere is that more clear than in today's story in the Torah. We're reading this week Parshat Va-Yigash, towards the end of the book of Genesis, and we're reaching the climax of the Joseph story. Joseph is now second only to Pharaoh, the head of the court. He's arranged to feed all these starving masses during a time of famine. And his brothers now are told that that's who he is. And he says to them, listen to these words. He says, Ani Yosef, ha'od avichai. I am Joseph. Is my father still alive? Joseph, in revealing himself, knows that he isn't Joseph alone. He's Joseph because of Jacob. That his identity has been so molded and so shaped by the years of growing up with his father, and then by the years of yearning for his father and remembering his father. But so intertwined is their identity that when the brothers go back to Egypt to bring the good news, and they tell their father, Dad, your son isn't dead. He's alive. He's with us. He wants to see you. Listen to his response. The now aged patriarch Jacob, known also as Israel, says, Rav od Yosef b'ni chai, this is enough for me. Does my son Joseph really still live? The son asks, is my father still alive? The father asks, is my son still alive? Because both understand that their souls are bound up in each other. To use the language of the Bible, nafsho kshura benafsho. Their souls were interconnected. And so it is with all of us, my friends. None of us are truly separate from each other, nor from the world around us. All of us are aspects, upwellings of becoming that are interconnected to all other moments of becoming. And that is our glory, and that is our salvation, that we can have an impact on each other that is internal and constructive and healing, and that we can be lifted up by each other's courage and hope and love. So let's do that. Let's take that deep biblical insight that we are none of us separate, we are none of us disconnected from the rest of the world. We are profoundly in relationship with every other being, every other creature, and every other moment. And then let's use that connection to build each other up and to make our world better. Shalom.